What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fans Corner. And since the season is over, this is a special episode of Team of the Year. Now, since it's late, we're including all the competitions and UCL as well. It's a competition, okay? My bad. So we'll get right into it, guys. We have Sharon again, and we have a new person here, Ghana, who's a United fan. What's up, bro? Welcome to the show. And Advait, who's very happy right now because Arsenal just won on penalties against Liverpool. So, yeah, getting to the team of the year, guys. It's a pretty exciting team, this one. Really great players, emerging players this season. So, we'll start right off. Ghana, I'll go with you first. The goalkeeper. Who do you think was the standout goalkeeper this season?
I think Jan Oblak. I might get some stick for this, but I think he's done quite a good job, especially the kind of defense he's had this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, my pick would I think definitely be Oblak.
Oblak.
Out of left field, but yeah.
That's an interesting choice, but then obviously you can't argue with the stats as well. Oblak was really good in the for Atletico and La Liga. Advait, moving on to you, what do you think? Who should be the goalkeeper?
I think it has to be Neuer. Forget the fact that they won the treble.
Yeah.
Not only that, Bayern, the way Bayern play without Neuer, they can't play that way.
Yeah.
The way they have such a high line, how many times Neuer saved their ass by playing, like the role of a sweeper keeper, and he's just come forward so many times. Not only that, he's so many vital saves. Even in the Champions League final, you've seen 2 or 3 saves, big saves. So it has to be him. He's edges Oblak in my opinion.
Yeah, can't argue with that at all. And Sharon, who are you gonna go with? Because we have 2 interesting options here. What do you think?
Don't say Alisson, bro. Don't say Alisson.
Bro, please don't say Alisson.
I'm not like that blind, okay? But see, Alisson was injured for the most part of the season. He's not going to get into this discussion. Yeah. But in my opinion, I think it would be Neuer as well. Like Abed said, the high line that Bayern play, the way he sweeps is so good. I personally thought that like Neuer was past his best. But this season he's proved me wrong, and he's turned up in the big games. Like even in the league, like he's pulled off some massive saves, like vital points in games, and even in the Champions League, like others said in the final, he was really good. Made some really important saves.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. So Ghana, my bad, bro. But then you got outvoted here. So we have Manuel Neuer in goal. Now moving on to the defense, I'll start again with Ghana. Who do you think should be the centre-back partnership, bro?
Centre-back partnership. I don't think it's very tough, and I think I'll go with Ramos and Van Dijk.
Yeah.
I think Ramos, just for his sheer quality and the way he can save it on one end and score on the other end at any. Yeah. And even with Van Dijk, I mean, just the consistency and the way they can push up and help the midfield and the forwards as well is something.
And just adding to the narrative that you're saying, Ramos and Van Dijk, is there any other like young centre backs that you saw emerge through the entire season? Like for me at least, Upamecano was really good. And there's so many emerging centre backs. Do you have anyone in mind like that?
I think Upamecano for sure.
Yeah.
You talked about young centre backs.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really think of anyone else that really stood out at centre back other than Upamecano.
Yeah.
Young. Yeah, but I would definitely probably he'd be number 3 for me. Saliba. Talk about an Arsenal fan. Oh God. But,
and you were talking about me, dude. Like bringing Alisson into that.
All right.
Not bad. But yeah, I think I would stick with Ramos and Van Dijk. Upamecano number 3 for sure.
All right. That's a good choice. Advait, do you disagree or you sticking to that?
No, I think it's hard to argue against both Van Dijk and Ramos. It's pretty obvious that both of them have been the best centre backs this season.
Yeah.
And Van Dijk is solid. He's so dependable, and not only off the ball but on the ball. His long passes, his composure is
Yeah.
brilliant. It's I think, in my opinion, he's the best centre back I've seen uh, play in my lifetime. In,
Wow.
lo- in I think, yeah, definitely. Since Puyol,
Oof.
in my opinion, since Puyol, yeah,
Big shout
he's
from an
superb.
Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
Big shout.
and and Ramos as well. In this season, after Ronaldo has left, I think he's the second highest goal scorer, which is brilliant for a centre back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does take penalties, but his leadership and his he's shown so much quality this season. He
Yeah.
stepped up big time.
All right. And any
I
young
wonder who that reminds you of, bro. Hadi.
Huh?
any young players like you have a personal favorite in the past few videos. You have been constantly calling out Presnel Kimpembe for you. Like he's
I mean, I haven't seen much of French PSG games. No one watches the French league really. But I was just calling out Kimpembe based on the Champions League games because he's
yeah,
really good on the ball. He's a little sloppy sometimes, but
yeah,
on the ball he's very good. So, but Upamecano, as Ghana said, is his game against, I think it was Atleti. I
yeah,
think that's one of the best centre back performances I've seen in a long time because
Yeah.
on the ball that was unbelievable. He drove all the way into the opponent half. So
yeah,
centre half, and also I would like to say Joe Gomez. He's a little underrated. I just saw the Community Shield as well.
yeah.
He's rapid. So, and he's really good. He's a little underrated. I think
Yeah.
he'll be a superstar pretty quick.
And he can put a shift in a right back as well, just like
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
Ramos
that's
used to
right.
be
Yeah.
like. So yeah.
All right. Moving on to the Liverpool fan, Sharon. Do you disagree? Because you'll be happy that Van Dijk made it, obviously.
Yeah, I think like Van Dijk is a pretty obvious inclusion. You know, he was the mainstay. He played every minute of Premier League football, and we romped our way to the league season. And yeah, so he was, I think, a pretty obvious candidate. And Ramos as well. You
Yeah,
know, without him, Real wouldn't have won the title. He offered quality at both ends of the field,
yeah,
scored some vital goals, and he was a mainstay in their defense as well. And you know, you saw it without him in the Champions League, they
yeah.
really lacked him. With him, it might have been a different story. So yeah, I would say Ramos and Van Dijk.
And any young players in your mind, or
The same three centre backs Advait said, like
yeah,
in my mind. Upamecano, he's shown with Leipzig that
yeah,
what he can do. I think like in another season or so, a lot of the big top clubs will be like ready to
yeah,
snap him up. And Kimpembe as well, like from what I've seen in the latter stages of this Champions League, he was solid and looked like a really good player. And
yeah.
yeah, Joe Gomez, you know, he has like I almost feel like he's a going to be a Van Dijk
Soon, yeah,
player soon in the future. He has like he needs to get that game sense in him. He has the physicality, the rapidity. He's like so fast for a centre back. He like covers ground so well. Like Advait was saying in the Community Shield today, he was able to keep up with Aubameyang, who's like
yeah.
rapid, with not too much difficulty. So yeah.
All right. To complete our defense, now we have the full backs. Ghana, right back, left back. Who are you going with, man?
Sorry, left back.
Both right back, left back. We'll complete the.
I would say Trent and Alfonso Davies.
That's a really decent shout. I don't think many people will argue with that because I think there's another player that might come in for a few of you guys, and that's Kimmich, obviously. But then I don't
Yeah.
think most people will argue with Trent and Davies. So do you guys agree, or you guys are gonna change it up to Kimmich or someone else? Advait?
I would say I still say Trent and Davis.
Yeah.
Kimmich, I would say he's played more of a midfield
Yeah.
under Flick. That's why I would say Trent slightly edges it over.
Yeah.
And Trent, he's been superb. I was one of his doubters in I think his first season when Liverpool came against Madrid. So in the Champions League final. So at that time, I didn't think he'll be this good, but he's been superb. Even his free kicks, his crosses, everything is brilliant. And Davis, we all know
Yeah.
his pace, his offensive abilities, defensive, everything. He's just all rounded. He's amazing.
Yeah. Sharon, what about you?
Yeah, like same, pretty much the same.
Yeah.
The only I can't put Robertson ahead of Alphonso Davies after the season he's had. Like I can still remember the time he absolutely skinned that whole right side of Barca, Messi, Vidal, and then he absolutely skinned Semedo for that cross image. So like in
Yeah.
my mind, I saw that and I was just like, wow, this guy is like going places.
Yeah.
And right back, yeah, dude, Trent, like just the sheer numbers. He broke his own assists record from defense for
Yeah.
the Premier League from last season, and he's so good. Even his
Yes.
weak
Insane.
foot crossfield balls are just absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant. He's like such a good player.
All right, now to the controversial part of the pitch, the three midfielders that I don't think all of us are gonna go with the same people. Gun,
Yeah.
start us off by naming your three midfielders, bro.
In fact, I would like Adi mentioned earlier with Kimmich at CDM,
Yeah.
Thiago Alcantara,
Hmm.
and Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah. That's actually a solid.
I think that triangle will work in midfield.
Advait, what about you? Do you agree, or I'm sure you're smiling when he said Thiago.
Uh, yeah. I would make one slight change, and I would definitely put Kimmich and De Bruyne. Obviously, they've been so vital for their teams. Kimmich obviously is so versatile, and De Bruyne breaking the I think Premier League, equaling the Premier League assist record as
Yeah.
well. But I don't think Thiago should be in it because some games after lockdown he wasn't even in the team. It was more Goretzka,
Yeah.
and I think Muller should be there instead
Hmm.
because not only beat the assist record of the Bundesliga, but also in the beginning of the season he wasn't even in the starting lineup game in game out. So and he also provided goals. He links up so well with Lewandowski. He presses so well, and I think he deserves it definitely over Thiago. One player I think deserves a slight mention is Henderson, and I think Sharon might be, wanting to include him, but but I think Muller slightly edges it because of the he contributes a little bit more this season.
Yeah.
Henderson, I do value him. I think he's a little underrated, but at the same time, I think Muller's been better this year.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Sharon, do you want to include Henderson, or you're gonna add a few more players?
I actually like the only player from like their choices I'm going to include is De Bruyne. The
Oh.
other two players I would say should be in there are Cruz and Henderson because both of them are vital for the sides winning the league, and they've both had
Interesting.
absolutely wonderful seasons.
So no UCL winners for you.
I would say like I mean obviously they won the UCL, but just looking at their performances like midfield wise,
Yeah.
yes, Mueller would makes a really good argument to be in this side, but I feel like just Real and Liverpool they relied so much more
Yeah.
on Cruz and Henderson in the middle of the park to keep things ticking.
Yeah. So I
And De
think
Bruyne obviously like
by the
amazing.
voting, I think De Bruyne makes it, then Kimmich makes it, and now it's between I think Henderson. Both of you mentioned Henderson, and one of you mentioned someone
I
else.
said
So,
Muller.
yeah. So two Hendersons.
You you decide. You decide now.
So, like, I think it goes to me now. And, even though like Henderson is obviously our captain and he contributes a lot on the pitch, I would have to give it to Muller because not only the Premier League, Henderson like Liverpool didn't go past the certain point in the UCL, whereas Muller, he obviously won the treble and he was an integral part of that Bayern team. So I would probably go with Muller.
Smart guy.
So De Bruyne, Kimmich,
Good.
and Muller. That's our midfield three. And now, boys, this is where the comment section is gonna go off the front. Who's gonna omit Messi, Ronaldo, or whoever you want to omit? Let's get right into it. Ghana, who's your front three?
Why? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with Messi, Lewandowski, Ronaldo.
Wow.
The
Okay.
last one I think, but it was either Neymar or Ronaldo. But I would stick with Ronaldo for sure.
Wow. Ghana playing it safe there. Advait, what about you?
I definitely say Messi and Lewandowski, but I wouldn't say it was a difficult choice. But I wouldn't say Ronaldo. I would say instead of Ronaldo, I would say Mane. I'm sure Sharon will be happy, but I think Mane has been superb this season.
Yeah.
Even if he has a
What?
bad game, he always threatens the opponent's defense.
Yeah.
And it was a tough choice between him and Ronaldo because Ronaldo, he has obviously produced a lot of goals, but during the game, whoever I'd say that Mane has been more threatening, to the opponent's defense than Ronaldo. Ronaldo, he comes up with those moments of brilliance,
Yeah.
but throughout the game, Mane is more threatening. That's why I'd say Mane is slightly edges it, and obviously Messi with 20 goals and 20 assists in a
Yeah.
season, first player since Henry to do it. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dude, what's with these Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans sucking up to each other now, dude? Can't take this, bro.
All right.
But you're just salty because you can't suck up your own players.
Yeah.
One is fucking in jail right now.
So, okay.
Whoa, bro, listen. There's a lot going on there.
Sharon, who makes your front three?
So Messi and Lewandowski for sure.
Yeah.
My third pick would actually be Mbappe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mbappe
Is gonna have
he's a
different players.
superstar. He's a superstar, and I think he's like any manager's dream because he offers those runs in behind and that quality on the ball. He
Yeah.
would make any team in the world. He's like the one, and he's so young. He has so many years ahead of him. He's gonna win so many Ballon d'Ors for sure. But yeah, those are my front three.
So we have one Ronaldo, we have one Mbappe, we have one Mane, and personally for me it should be Neymar. So we have four choices, but who do we go with now?
I was borderline Neymar, so
Fans poll.
All right, yeah, that should be.
Bro, but Neymar and Mbappe, I mean, it's just
scouts are
based
being
on
democratic.
it's just based on UCL. You should base it on the entire season, right? That's
All
what
right,
I'm saying.
I think that's actually true.
I
So
think Mbappe has been pretty good in the league as well.
yeah,
Yeah, he's been good, but
French
it's
league,
against
bro.
weaker opposition as well. So,
give it to Mane then Advait.
Ankit, support your own player, man. Come on.
You still had two. I mean, you guys might call me deluded, but I'm not. Okay, I feel that Mane, he came up with clutch moments during the season, but at the same time, I do feel he could have been better because I expect a lot of him. But
Yeah.
he obviously had a great season, but I think Mbappe probably edges it.
I think we'll give it to. Yeah, I want to shift my vote to Mane, so we'll give it to Mane just for that incredible season he had. Big up to Liverpool as well. So that's our front three. Honorable mention being Ronaldo, obviously.
Yeah.
Another shout out I want to make
is like Gnabry. Like I would
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
Good.
That was the shout I want to make.
like
Raj Gnabry.
way too many options.
Adi, don't say anything. Adi might start like tearing up and stuff. Let's just
Oh,
leave it on a high.
I can say Oba also, bro. So many players so far three.
Even Ganabri, right?
Yeah, it's true. Fancy
Yeah,
incredible.
that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. The last controversial decision we'll have. I don't think it'll be controversial actually because the manager. I think everybody will go for the same guy. Ghana, who do you think
Maybe
is
not.
your manager for this incredible team?
Uh, this is a hard one, dude.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
It's not easy at all. I would say it's between the two German coaches,
Yeah.
Klopp and Flick. I think I would say Flick because treble-winning coach.
Yeah.
Klopp isn't a treble-winning coach, so yeah, I'll probably stick with Flick.
No. Advait, what would you?
Yeah. I'd stick with Flick as well. Not only for the fact that it was because of the treble, but also what he did was in the span of 6 months, in half a season, not
Yeah.
only the entire season but half.
Yeah.
And obviously, Klopp has done a brilliant job to win the league in what more than 20 points, I think it was.
Yeah.
But the way Flick had dominated the Bayern had dominated Champions League, 8-2, and even semis also. So many games that they just even the league also after since lockdown. So in a span of 6 months again, I'll say. But yeah, I'd say Flick.
Sharon, are you gonna
Okay,
go?
so before I start, like, there's actually four managers in my mind right now, and all of them are German. Tuchel,
Nagelsmann.
Klopp, and
Yeah,
like,
Nagelsmann.
I just like I don't know what they're doing in Germany, but they're producing like superb managers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would have to give it to Flick because Klopp, obviously, he had like a brilliant season with Liverpool,
Yeah.
but he's been managing Liverpool for a while now.
Yeah.
Flick, on the other hand, he came in to steady like a ship, and Bayern didn't look like they were going to be challenging for the title when he came in. And
Yeah.
the job he's done to lead
Yeah.
them to treble, I think, is an amazing achievement.
Yeah, for sure.
Completely true. Even I would go with Hansi Flick for sure. So that concludes our highly controversial team. But then the season's about to start in I think 12 more days or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
So stay
September 12th.
tuned and give us video ideas what you guys want us to talk about. It's a pleasure always doing such videos, and it was a pleasure having you guys as well. It's also sad
man.
today.
Thanks.
We lost a great actor as well, Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman. So during these times, whatever we get, to keep us happy, we'll keep getting it. So hopefully you like these videos, and please give us more ideas for the future. And it's been a pleasure. See you guys later.
shout
Yeah.
out to Opa for
Sure.
his celebration, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's it.